Hi guys, my name is Carol. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are talking about how I met my husband part 3. So actually this part 3 is talking about how I lost my virginity at the age of 26. So all these times, okay, where we stopped the last time was where I got married and I finally moved to my husband's house. We were declared husband and wife. So when we got to the family on that night, like everybody received me, like they were all happy. My husband was so excited. He couldn't even believe it how like it happened, because he said at a point he was so scared, like I was gonna say no the last minute, because I've done it like last minute. I would just be like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. So he was so excited. So when we got home that night, like we stayed with the family members. I mean, my in-laws, like they served food, we ate, like, had a good time. Then after that, everybody went to their tents, like to your tents, oh Israel. So here am I, left with my husband in our room. So, like me and him will talk, and then at the end of the day, one thing led to the other, one thing led to the other. I took a shower and he did, and then the hour I had dreaded. Mind you, all this time we've been doing everything. I never like hanging out, gisting. I never ever told him I was still a virgin at the age of 26. So that hour came, so you know so we started, like the romance and everything, you already know. So when it got to that point, I started shaking like a leaf. I was shaking like, how when it's so windy, I was shaking. My husband couldn't believe it. And he was like, what is the problem? I had to do this through confession. I told him, look, I never did this before. He was like, what? A lady of your class? Because how he met me, like he said I was already westernized, and and my dressing and everything. So he said he never believed it. He said, in this time and age, like this generation, like 26 years old, this man couldn't believe it. He said he had asked God for a good wife, not a virgin. But if God had decided to bless him with a virgin, who was he? So because he saw, that's another thing I noticed, he's so caring. So the way he saw I was freezing and like shaking and like, he said, oh, he told me to calm down. Like he said, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. He said, that's fine, I'm not touching you anymore. So that night he left me, like we started gisting about other things. Then I went to sleep. Then in the morning he said, he called me, sweetheart. I said, yes. He said, today it won't pass today. I said, what? He said, I was like, Jesus Christ. He said it will not pass today. Oh my God. Yeah, because he said like the way I was shaking, like he didn't want to, he didn't want to go further. So he said I should stay strong, and he tried to give me some encouraging words and everything. And so I told him I was so scared. He said that I should put myself together, and everything. He really like spoke to me. So they had a meeting, his village meeting. Then he went out for the meeting. Then something in me told me, run away, run back to your father's house. So the thought of me running back to my father's house, and I know who my dad is. My dad would be like, why are you back? Blah, 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 blah. So I thought of running back to my parents' house. Then I said, but they would be like, why are you back? Or like, what happened? So what will I tell them? Like, what will be my explanation? Like, why I got married yesterday and I ran back today? So I thought about that. I said, no, like, I don't know what to tell my dad. Then I thought about running back to my sister's house. Then my sister would still ask me, what happened? I didn't even know how to put it. Like, what will I say? Like, I was so scared, because my friends, like when we were in college, all my friends, they already told me how painful it would be and everything. I was so scared. If you know me, I don't even take pain. I have zero tolerance for pain. Like, I can't take pain. And that was the more reason why I didn't allow any of those like boyfriends, like I didn't allow them, because I was in my heart, I was like, um they didn't really deserve it. Like, why would I go through that kind of pain for a boy that would dump me tomorrow? So that's why I didn't even like try it. So I thought about running to my parents' house. I said no. Running to my sister's house, no. I said escaping to Lagos to my sister's house. I said no. She'll still ask the same question. And then the man will be looking for me all over. So I said, no, I have to put myself together. I have to really buckle up. So, time started going fast. Like, I looked at the time, it was already 7 p.m. And then my husband had come home, and then we were juicing and everything. The family, everybody was rejoicing. They were so excited, to like, and my husband was very, very excited to have won my love. So at the end of the day, boom, it was 9 o'clock. And like some family members, they went to sleep and everything. So I had taken a shower earlier. And then as I was, my husband, came in, changed in nighties, and he wore his robe and everything. So we were talking, and then I kept praying, God, don't let us get to this end. So unavoidable. So we started again. She started romancing and everything. I started shaking like a leaf again. Oh, so my husband tried, like, he tried to pamper me, tried everything he could. But I remember because I broke the news to him, so he had put what's it called? Some lubricant, to help me, So he had applied the lubricant, and so he was romancing me, and so he was trying to distract me, talking to me like those sweet words and everything. So I was so scared. Like I had never been that scared in my life. Like, cause I didn't know, even though they told me it was gonna be painful, but I wasn't sure of how the pain was going to be. So it made me so scared. So as he was romancing me and doing everything at the same time, and I remember I was holding him, and like he planted a kiss, and like he was just trying to do everything. And the next thing I heard was, "Pam!" God, the pain I felt, it was a sharp pain. So as I screamed, and I didn't even know, like, cause he had his mouth, he was kissing me. Then I had given him a big bite, and I had dug into my hands. I dug into the bed sheet, the bed, like the pain. It just came as a big sharp pain, and then I started feeling something different. Like it became so honey. Like the pain came and disappeared immediately, and then it started feeling so honey. Like I never had this kind of feeling before. I was like, what's happening? Like then I said, what? Like I couldn't even describe. It was like I can't describe it, like indescribable, like this indescribable feeling. So I was like having it, and then I said, "Oh, that's why people will normally say you're in cloud nine," because I felt like I was in a different cloud, not even in this world. So like I started enjoying it, and then after that, at the end of the day, like I think I had like a couple of orgasms or something, but I mean, like then I didn't really know what it was. So then he gave me a hug and said, "You're now a woman." So I remember the Betty song, you know, you made me something, the Betty song, Betty, right? So that night I became a woman. So my husband made me a woman on January the 12th, 2003. So after that, girl, I became Oliver Twist. He would say, "Carol, that's another." I said, "No, no, more." I became Oliver Twist. So that was how I ended up losing my virginity at the age of 26. My husband took that virginity. Love you guys.